y'all, my name is Serena and this is Serena's Art Adventures. Welcome to the channel. Today I have some cozy fall activities planned and I wanted to bring you guys along for the ride. I have some crocheting that I'm going to be doing, and that might be the majority of what I do today, but I was thinking about maybe doing some coloring and going on a nice fall walk with my mom and her dog and my uncle, who is also here at my mom's house visiting. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you along with me on my day and have a little bit of clips throughout the day, but I also want to see how much I can crochet for the day and share that with you guys. So come along with me and let's see what we can make for today, and hopefully we can use up some of the cozy blanket yarn that I have. Hopefully we can make some really cute looking plushies. Let's go see what we can make. So I got out all of my blanket yarn and kind of put the light colors together. I'm thinking maybe I can do some two-toned plushies with this green and multi-green, pink and multi-pink, and purple and multi-purple. I got a ton of the yellow, so I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the yellow. Then we've got some white and some pink and multicolor pink over here, like pink and white. So I'm going to go ahead and get started using this yarn. I already have a project that I started yesterday for my nephew, where I'm making him some french fries and a little french fry case. So I'll go ahead and share that with you guys next. So these are the little french fries and the little french fry case that I made him. And this is what I have done so far. I'm working on a little bit of another one right here. So we'll see how many french fries we can make for his little french fry case. It'll be great for like a little counting game, I think. So just in case you were wondering, this yarn is the Bernat Mystical color. It is got a little bit of like light and dark yellow throughout. I thought that would be really cool for the french fries to make them look like they have like a little bit of different texture throughout. I did also have some of this plain yellow as well. This is the Bernat from Yarn Inspirations, just the plain yellow, and that is the same type of yarn that I'm using for this red. This is also Bernat. So all of this yarn specifically is Bernat yarn. Some of the yarn we looked at earlier, the green, purple, and pink yarn, it is actually the Big Twist plush yarn. So they are different yarns, but they're all like a blanket material yarn. So far I have made 2 big fries. I wanted there to be like a little bit of height difference between the fries. So I made 2 big ones and 2, 4, 6 of the little ones. The little ones are just using the Bernat Mystical and the big ones are just using the yellow, but I'm going to have a few yellow that are the small ones and a few of the mystical color that are the big ones too. I'm going to kind of mix and match and make it like a cute little, I think it'll be a cute little counting game. But I got this idea right here from a book that my sister gave me. She got it off the Hirschner's website when she got me some Halloween yarn, which I recently shared in my short. The book that I got this pattern from is called Cute Amigurumi, and I absolutely love this book. I recently broke a nail off and I haven't felt like putting it back on, so I have a little bit of anxiety about this nail, sorry. So my sister got me this from Hirschner's. It's called Cute Amigurumi. It says it's 30 crochet patterns for adorable animals, playful plants, sweet treats, and more. And so this specific pattern, without sharing with you the actual pattern or too much of it, I did kind of want to share this like idea with you because I really like this idea. Originally, I thought it was a plushie where you sew all of the fries into the little pouch here and that there was going to be like a stuffing material, but in all reality I saw that they were all individual fries and I was like, oh my goodness, this would make a cute counting game for my nephew and my niece. My nephew is 3 and my niece is 1, so when my nephew's done playing with it, my niece will be growing into it. So this is where I got the pattern. I'm not including the face. I don't 100% know where my dark side eyes are right now. I know they're here at my mom's house with my yarn stash here because I have a lot of plushy yarn here to make amigurumi. So I know my eyeballs are here somewhere, but I think this is just as cute without the eyeballs personally. So I'm not going to do it with the eyeballs, but I love this idea. A lot of the books in here are like traditional amigurumi, they're plushies, they're stuffed, but there is one other pattern in here that I thought was really cool, and it's this burger pattern here. So this burger pattern, you make the top bun, the bottom bun, and like all the pieces individually. And what's really cool about this one is that you can have them like put on the burger whatever they want. So if they want to leave off the tomato or the lettuce or whatever, they can kind of customize the little burger when they're playing with it. And you can make some extra pieces in case a few pieces get lost. My dad actually said when he saw this pattern right here, he's like, oh, that would work good as coasters as well, which I found a little bit ironic because I did find a pattern for burger coasters where it's like a stackable burger, and my husband said he wanted that coaster set. So it was kind of ironic that my dad's like, oh, those would work as coasters too, because they totally would. So whether I use this pattern or the other pattern that I got for the burger coaster set, that has to be coming down the pipeline soon as well, like the burger coaster situation where you stack the burger up. Anyway, I don't want to share any of the patterns, so I have to cover some photos, but here's another one that's just like the full photo. That is so cute, and I just love how you just crochet everything individually. You don't sew them together, and so it kind of doubles as like a plushie and a toy that they can really like customize and play with. Now, a lot of the things in here are not stackable like this, but look at this. Here's like a stackable set of pancakes. You can make however many plain ones, and then one with toppings on the top. And you can even probably like use the same pattern, but make some with toppings that has blueberries, some with toppings that has maybe some slices of banana or something like that. So you can kind of switch this out as well. Maybe one without any berries at all. So I think that is super cute. But here's the food section, for example. The pancakes, the burger, and the fries are kind of like a little bit more interactive. The lemonade's not interactive, and neither is the pizza. So a lot of the pieces in this book are going to be more like traditional plushies, but I absolutely love how some of these food pieces can be made to be interactive. So that's really neat. There are so many cute patterns in here, and you can tell from the front of the book. I don't think they have any of, yeah, they have the fries right here. That's the only interactive one that I think is in here, but the rest of these are just regular plushies. They're super cute and still make super cute little toys for the kids, but that's personally what I want to make these for the most part, is toys for the kids. They do have some really cute plants in here too that might just be like cute decoration. If you have some colors that like match your room decor, you can make yourself a cute little crocheted plant from this book too. So I love how versatile this little book is, and oh my goodness, these patterns are just working up, as you can tell here, like super easy peasy. So I love this this book. So I highly recommend this Too Cute Amigurumi by Jennifer Santos, creator of Super Cute Design. That's super adorable. I almost feel like I could do, like on my days off, like a pattern a day during the summer, because a lot of them are like cutesy, colorful, like summery patterns, like the rainbow and the ice cream desserts and stuff like that. They kind of like more remind me of summertime, but anyways, I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. I'm going to keep crocheting here. I will share with you what I get completed when I am done crocheting this little fry basket and what project I'm going to start next. And of course, the kids were over yesterday and they have already gotten their hands on this, and I swear this basket is already going to go in the wash. There's already some little pieces on there that need to be washed off of there, so I'll probably have to throw this in the wash before I leave from my couple days off that I have here. But I'm going to continue watching this show. I'm watching a show called Untamed on Netflix for the first time. It's only got like 6 episodes, so it's a little bit longer than a movie, but I can kind of like stop it and start it again another day if I get my family in here after a little while. But if they are busy all day long and I just want to like keep going through episodes and crocheting more, I might do that as well. I might color later too. I have a bunch of coloring books, and I just put up some really cute color pages that my niece did on the fridge today. So it kind of gave me like the inspiration to want to color. And my family and I played gin last night, and we played it in a way where we were like keeping score. And I really, really liked it. I first learned how to play gin like 2 days ago playing with my aunt, and then I played it again last night. So, gin is my new favorite card game. I don't know if I'm 100% playing it correctly because my aunt had different rules and than my uncle does. So, yeah, anyway, I decided to share that with you guys too. Gin is a really fun card game to play for like some fun indoor activities when the weather starts to get colder outside, which is what we're dealing with today. We're getting a little bit of a cold breeze blown in, which is why I said I might go walking with my mom and my uncle later because it is laundry day and I've got laundry in the wash. So as long as I can get some pants dry by the time they go on a walk, I'll be joining them on their walk later too. I love going on walks with them. There is water all over the place around here. We've got a river, we've got some ponds, waterfalls, all kinds of stuff. So I absolutely love going on walks in this area. I take pictures of the water sometimes, and it's just very relaxing. And yeah, anyway, we're going to go ahead and continue watching Untamed. You ready to go for a wiki walk? Where's my mom? See if I can get them in frame. Look how pretty the green head ones are.
The mallards?
Yeah, look how pretty those are.
Oh yeah. They're shiny right now.
Yeah, look at that.
Very pretty.
Ooh, that's a good picture you're gonna get.
You got the wrong president in there. You probably got to
I did want to share with you guys my color book collection. I got a lot of these coloring books from a trip to Barnes & Noble, and I absolutely love these coloring books. It is hard for me to choose which one I want to work on, and at first I thought I was going to choose one from the glow in the dark book, the horror glow in the dark book, but after flipping through the pages, nothing was really calling to me. With this little werewolf, I thought about it, but I wanted to do some texture in the fur, and that's really hard to do with the alcohol-based markers that I decided that I was going to use during this coloring session. So I decided to go ahead and put this selection of coloring book away, and I ended up going with one of the beauty horror books. I really like the beauty horror books. They have a awesome collection. The version of Beauty Horror Books that I'm flipping through right now is the only version that actually has licensed characters in the book. So that's why I chose this book. I do like some of these licensed characters in here. And this one right here, I wanted to finish, but I don't have the colored pencils. I need to finish it. While I'm doing this coloring session, I did want to share with you guys a little bit of my honest thoughts about these Artist Loft alcohol-based markers that I decided to use for this project. I actually bought these Artist Loft markers after buying an Ohuhu set at my house in Florida. Now, as you may know, I'm at my mom's house and I do have some things that I keep here. I didn't want to buy another Ohuhu set. Those are quite spendy. They're just under the cost of the Copic markers. The Copic markers are also spendy, but I feel like the Copic markers and the Ohuhu markers are very similar in style and in quality. But these Artist Loft markers were a little bit harder to use. The brush nib isn't quite as sturdy as the nibs on the Copic markers and the Ohuhu markers that I am used to using. So this is not my favorite marker by any means. The soft brush tip is very difficult to work with when you're trying to get into small spaces. So I actually do prefer a better nib or a firmer nib. Artist Loft might have one without the brush style pen, which I would probably prefer. Now, other than that, these markers are okay, but they just don't blend as easy and they're overall not as good of a quality as Ohuhu or Copic. But if you're looking for something that's not too terribly expensive, these Artist Loft markers are good. They're decent for somebody who's not trying to do art professionally by any means. But yeah, I did talk to my mom while I was doing this color session, but the TV and a lot of other background noise was on. And I was like, I really kind of think that it would be valuable for me to give my input about these markers. Now, I did really enjoy this coloring session. It was very relaxing. And there for a moment, I almost gave up on it midway. But I was like, you know what? I'm so close to being done. We're going to finish it. I don't know that I love the finished result, but I would love your guys' input. Let me know what you think about the finished result. Of course, as always, I always appreciate your guys' input. Alrighty, y'all. So it is the end of the day, and sadly, my progress was not near as much as I thought it would be for a day off where I was able to crochet a lot. I did really fill up this fry basket. I think I probably added at least like 6 more fries. I don't even remember where we were when we started today, but we've got 3 yellow large ones, 2 yellow shorties, and then we've got like 4 tall of the ones using the mystical yarn and 6 of the shorties. So, however many that is, I don't remember where we are at the beginning of the day. I was crocheting up these fries while watching, believe it was Untamed on Netflix, and I did this, and then I ended up playing a game of gin with my parents. Today my dad won, so I am probably done crocheting fries. I am really glad I got to utilize up some of this yarn. I think this will be a really fun counting game for my nephew and my niece. And so yeah, so this little guy is done. I thought I was going to crochet a dragon. My mom and I were just sitting out there watching a few more episodes as I was finishing up one of these last fries, and I was scrolling through my phone looking for a dragon pattern, and then I realized that it looks like the dragon takes more than just one skein of yarn, and I have one skein of each colorway. So I need a small enough pattern where I know I can get through the entire plushie, but one that's big enough to use a good majority of the yarn. So I don't know. I need to find a pattern that maybe like specifically says that it's like one or two skeins or something like that. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't use near as much of my plushie yarn today as I wanted. Our walk today was absolutely beautiful. I got a lot of footage of our walk for you guys today. So hopefully you enjoyed the footage of that. And I did end up coloring a photo. I really, really enjoyed my coloring today. It was really nice to do a cozy craft that was not crochet for a minute because I didn't really know what to make after making these fries. So I guess this is all we made today, just some fries. Yeah, went on a walk. I did end up cooking some dinner and had some dinner with my uncle and my mom. My dad is doing his music stuff. My dad's a drummer, so he's recording some music today. And so, yeah, I just kind of had a cozy day in, and I was busy all day and productive, but not in the ways I thought I was going to be. I had some bookkeeping to do for my business, and I had some laundry to do. So I ran through like a lot of laundry and bookkeeping and stuff, and I didn't even start the vlog until about like noon. That was not near as exciting of a day as it normally is when I'm home. But when I'm home in Florida, I like wake up, take a shower, and go like right into a vlog. And I take you guys along with me no matter what I'm doing. Usually, me and my husband do a lot of like tractor work. I do a little bit of like crochet and stuff like that. But I did make something the other night. I couldn't fall asleep. I was in my room watching the show at the end of the day and I couldn't fall asleep. So I did make something else this week. It wasn't yesterday that I made it. I think it was the day before. So I've had a couple of days off now. So let me show you the other thing that I made just so that I have a few things to share with you guys today because I don't feel like this is cutting it. So give me just one moment. I just saw it while I was like looking across the room. So I did make this. I have a beanie that I made for myself. And this is supposed to be like a cowl that's nice and tight that I can pull up on my face. It is a little tighter than I want it to be, but maybe after some wear and use, the fibers will relax a little bit and it will be a little bit less tight. But I did this because I wanted something to keep my uh, nose, mouth, and ears cold while I have my walks outside this upcoming winter. So that's what that's for. But this is what I made the other day. I still need to weave in the ends, but there's half pink, half like black and gray. And this one is more like, I don't know what to do with my hair to get it out of the way today for this, but this one's kind of more like you can have it where the black is towards the front and the pink is in the back, or with like the black in the back and the pink in the front. Now, I did use two different types of yarn with this. This yarn is a red heart speckle yarn with the wool ease. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's like the wool ease fluffy yarn. I don't know. But this one is really lightweight. And then this one is two velvet yarn strands together. And so this one is like heavier. So when the black is towards the front, it drapes on its own. But when the pink is towards the front, it needs a little bit of shaping. I feel like I'm not quite sure how I feel about this on or how much I'm going to get use out of this, but I have a scarf that I made using this yarn combo and a beanie that I made using this yarn combo, and I was like, this yarn is almost gone. It's just sitting there as like a partial cake, and I thought this gave me like Wednesday and Enid vibes, so I'm excited about this on one hand, but on the other hand, I don't know if I'm excited about it. So maybe I need somebody to give me either a reality check or a little bit of confidence with this piece right here. But anyway, I do like this one a little bit better. But those are kind of my makes for this week, just in general. So yeah, I guess if all I did was on a day off where I was like crocheting for like 5 hours, I made this. So I guess I can see how today, when I only had a few hours to crochet, I only got a few fries done. But so this one took me like 3 hours on the car ride. So, but this did finish up this skein. So this is a skein gone. This one right here, I had like 2 partial skeins, so that's a skein gone. And I still have some of the black and some of the gray yarn left from this, but I'm just glad that I was able to make it like a finished piece since I didn't have enough of the pink to go all the way around. I've done that with like other projects before as well. I have a blanket that is like half red and white and then like half black. So yeah, I do like to do like the half and half. I just don't know how well it turned out in this project. Okay. So that's my show and tell for you since I didn't have a whole lot more for you today. Yeah, mostly just a little bit of crochet, a little bit of coloring, and a little bit of walking. Yeah, that a very easy day. It was a very relaxing day, and I am starting to get tired this evening. So I'm about to hit the hay because I'm hoping to go to town with my mom tomorrow. Maybe I'll see my little sister and whatnot. So I was looking at my video and I didn't record the outro properly. My mic cut off somehow, but anyways, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those fun things. And as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'm out of here.